have some Marex files here. So here we have these 4 files. We click on them over here, and they populate in the center tab. There we go. And again, we pull this over. This is actually, if we look at this, this is a 32-page document over here, all that information. And again, over here is the 796 records that are extracted from this file. So I'll kind of scroll down briefly. Let me go down just a little bit so you get some of the currency amounts of that information there. And if I scroll over, I'll go down a little more so you can see the amounts. There we go. Scroll down, and all this information is extracted over here. The counterparties, delivery points, trade dates, your shorts, your longs, your trade price, etc. All those, 796 records over here. Basically, we have all 1,770 records that were extracted from the 4 Marex files. So, in here, once we have this, we can, slice and dice the data. We can get rid of columns. We can move columns over here. If we have additional columns, we can add those. Here's some additional columns that were on the template. We can add some filters here as well. And then once we have this data, we can slice and dice. We're now looking at the data across the PDF. So we're not having to look at the data siloed by the PDFs. Again, we can always get back to it if we come up here and sort by doc ID, if we group by doc ID. Now here's your 4 files, right? These are the 4 files, those 22 records, 933, 19, and the 700. So we can always get back to that original file there. And obviously, again, some of that, we'll go ahead and reset that. But something that might be a little more meaningful might be to maybe group or sort this data by something like trade date. So in this case, if we go trade date and we group by trade date, now it's looking at this data grouped by trade date across the 4 files. So we don't care about the 4 files of the PDFs. This is showing for the trade date of January 15th, 2023. Here's all the information that was extracted from those 4 files. Now we can look at some of the counterparty confirms that we'll be pairing up with. Look at something like this. Be from a fictitious company, Goldstone. Contract number, the deal date, and down here we have some of this pricing information, which we used an NLP parser to extract that information. So again, we have this data. All right, so we're going to look at some broker files here at this demo. So here we have some broker confirms, some Euro brokers. We got some ICAP, some pre-bond, different files with their different statuses, whether they've duplicate data or they've failed some internal validation rule, like this one in here. So basically, this is showing you that the end date is missing on the original file, the original broker file, and it's missing there. We can always get back to that original document. If I go here to Document Viewer and click on any of these records, here is the original document, the Marex file that this information was extracted from. So in case there's maybe I want to confirm any of this information, any of these amounts, or if I want to, maybe there was some information that wasn't on the original document, I can look at that as well, and then I can just hide it as well. There are dashboards, and dashboards are just a way of visualizing the data. In this case, up here we give a record count of how many are approved, how many waiting pending, how many have failed, how many have duplicates, how many have failed a business rule that has been put on top of the data, and how many files are uncategorized, as well as groupings and counts of records that have come in, and the comments over here. This is the intelligent app where our customers would be actually doing the reconciliation now. So in this case over here, we have the data that's been pulled into from my ETRM system or my CTRM system. So this is my version of the truth over here to the right. These are my deals. So these deals 18543. And over here what we have is a three-way reconciliation. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if it matches what was sent from the counterparty and the broker. So I can see for trade 18543, the data that was extracted from the PDF that the counterparties sent me that's sitting in the ClearDox database all matches. Likewise, the data that was extracted from the PDF that the broker emailed me is also matched. The multi-rec here, this is the superset. If either one of these fail, this fails. Both have to pass. So in the real world, customers can ignore all these. ClearDox has proactively told them that what was sent to them matches their version of the truth. And they're going to go down here and look at these ones that are failing out. So if we look at this file here, if we notice here, what the broker sent me matches, however what the counterparty sent me does not match. So if I click on this button here, it will take me to the detail records, and ClearDox will, if the data matches, it will just leave it not highlighted. If it is a discrepancy, it will highlight it. So my internal file, my ETRM system says 22 cents. The broker is not highlighted because it matches. However, my counterparty says 23 cents. And again, if I click on any of this, any column over here, it will bring me the original file in case I want to do my due diligence and verify that this is what is true. So in this case, I scroll down here, and here is that 23 cents that is driving the counterparty. Again, the broker, what that sent me does match, so I don't need to actually verify this. But if I did, here is the original file, so I can verify that as well.